Dear students and working accountants, welcome to my Smart Tally Prime YouTube channel. Before we enter into the topic, an advice to you. If you want to learn this Tally Prime, GST, TDS, TCS, everything perfectly and gain good knowledge and become expert accountants, please follow all my videos in my channel in the same serial order I uploaded and practice them very well many number of times. You will get a very good knowledge and you will gain, you will become expert accountants. Okay. And now, everyone visiting my channel, without fail, please subscribe to my channel if you have not already done. Okay. And then click the bell icon and select all so that you will get notification for all the videos which I upload in my channel, and share my channel with all your friends or with anyone who want to learn these subjects. And then please watch every video till the end without skipping. If you skip in the middle, in the later part, the practical work in the Tally Prime, working on the Tally Prime, that you will miss and you cannot understand. After watching the full video, please like my video if it is good, and in the comment section, please post your comment about this video without fail. Okay. Now, we will enter into the topic today. So today, I am sharing the screen. So today, our topic is TDS under section 194Q. What is meant by TDS on purchase of goods? So already we learned TCS on sale of goods. We learned already. Now that is in the books of the seller. Again, TCS on purchases in the books of the buyer. Now we are learning TDS in the books of buyer. That is TDS on purchase of goods. So purchase of goods means the buyer. On purchase of goods, TDS. So how to deal with that? Here, this one. And this TDS on purchase of goods is introduced in the Act, with effect from 1st July 21, TCS from 1st October 2020, and this TDS on purchase of goods is introduced with effect from 1st July 2021, and the section for this, a new section is inserted in the section 194Q, that is in addition to the other. So all this section 192 to 194, all the subsections, they deal with services. This 194Q deals with goods, so purchase of goods. So this is applicable. And how the buyer is liable to deduct the tax. That is, if the buyer's turnover during the last financial year, previous financial year, exceeds 10 crores, that is called as aggregate annual turnover, means total turnover, goods, services, exports, goods, taxable, non-taxable, anything, all the total turnover will be taken as aggregate turnover. If it exceeds 10 crores during the last financial year, in this year, the buyer is responsible. The seller is liable to deduct tax on the purchases made from the seller. And that amount in excess of 50 lakhs, say up to 50 lakhs for each seller. That is, we buy from many sellers. For every seller, the purchase made by us will be exempt up to 50 lakhs. And above that 50 lakhs only, we have to deduct the tax. And the rate of the tax is 0.1% with PAN. If the seller provides the PAN number, and then it is deducted at the rate of 0.1%. So both are same. That is, TCS and TDS are same at this point. That is with PAN, 0.1%. But without PAN, the TCS is 1%. But this TDS on purchase of goods, it is 5%. So the deduction of tax will be 0.1% with PAN and 5% without PAN. And this is the thing. And all other things are same, just like the other TDS provisions. That is 194C, 194J, all this, 194H, all this. So these provisions are same as what that is other TDS provisions. That is the last, when you are collecting during the month, any month, the total collection in the month collected, this is only single section. Under this section, the amount deducted during the whole month must be paid by before 7th of next month for all the months. But for the month of March, the last date is next month means April 30th is the last date. So for every month, for April, for April, May 7th, May, June 7th, like that. Next month 7th is the last day to make the payment. But for March only, the amount is paid to be paid before 30th April. And similarly, the payment we are making and the details you have to furnish to the government by way of a return. So return is to be filed. Return is to be filed quarterly. Same return, that is 26Q. 26Q is the return. So for all other deductions as well as this deduction, 26Q used to be filed every quarter. So the last date is after completing the quarter. Next month 30th is the last. Next month 7th is that is payment is for next month 7, but the return will be filed, should be filed by 30th of next month after completing the quarter. For March quarter, April, May, June. For this quarter, July 31st is the last date. July to September, October 31st is the last date. October to December, January 31st is the last date. But for the January to March, March quarter, for the quarter, the last date is not April 30. For that one month extra, May 31st is the last date for filing the return. So payment we make totally, lump sum. Whatever we collected, we make the payment. According to this section, under this section, we make the payment completely, total amount. But in the quarterly return, we have to give the details. So for every month, in the quarter, first month, amount, out of the amount, the details of the sellers from whom we deducted and the amount deducted. Like that, for every month, monthly details, everything, we have to give the details to the, we have to file the return. The return number is the same return number, 26Q. For salaries, 24Q. For all other non-salary payments, the return is 26Q. Okay. And then there is one confusion. There may be one confusion for you. Suppose if the seller's if the seller's turnover for last year exceeds 10 crores, as well as the buyer's turnover for last year exceeds 10 crores, in such a case, for the same transaction, seller is selling, buyer is buying. So for the same transaction, seller is also responsible for collecting the TCS, buyer is also responsible for deducting the TDS for both the same transaction. In such a case, which one is to be done? So what is the position in that case? In that case, the section 194Q, which deals with TDS on purchase of goods, it overrides section 206, that is 206C1H, which deals with TCS on sale of goods. So the seller need not collect the TCS, but only the buyer has to deduct the TDS on that transaction. That is only one. Both cannot do. Both the people, he cannot collect and this buyer cannot deduct. Only the buyer has to do. So the seller has no responsibility to collect the tax. See here, if TDS and TCS, if the seller and the buyer are liable for both TCS and TDS for the same transaction, only TDS to be deducted by the buyer, but no TCS is to be collected by the seller. It means 194Q will override section 206C1H. Okay, this is about that. And so this is about the TDS in the books of buyer only will do. How the buyer will record this transaction and how will make the deduction. And one more thing is, in the case of seller, the TCS will be collected. TCS will be collected. Is it given here or not? Okay. 1% without PAN. And here I will tell you. Okay. Here, so this 1% and 5% with 1.1% and without 1.5%, it is to be deducted. But that amount is to be deducted only on the taxable value, not GST. But in the case of TCS, the amount is to be collected. TCS is collected on the total invoice value, including GST. But in this case, all other TDS sections, provisions, 24C, 24C, 24J, and all these, they are calculated only on the taxable value. Similarly, this is also deals with TDS. That is why in this case also, we have to calculate the TDS only on taxable value, not on the GST, not on the GST. So DST is excluded from this. Okay, that's what we had to do. And this case, how the buyer will record. So in this case, so just like the other TDS provisions, we make the same adjustments. But here, in the case of services, we create the service ledger and we enable the TDS in the service ledger. But in this case, there is no service. In this case, stock item is there. Stock. That is why for the stock purchase account as well as stock ledger we create. Stock item we create and purchase ledger we create. So in this case, stock ledger we have to, in the purchase ledger, we have to enable the TDS. And in the stock item, there it will not ask we will not enable the TDS. Okay. Purchase ledger, we have to enable TDS. In addition to that, GST ledger as well as tax ledger. Another tax ledger is tax TDS deducted to be paid to the government. That's also called as TDS payable on purchases or TDS payable under section 94Q, 194Q or TDS payable brackets or within brackets, we can write purchases. So the same thing is, first it is to be enabled. We'll go to the buyer. So first company will be created. I already created the company. So TDS on purchase of goods, section 194Q. So the creation of company is the same. After creating the company, it will, if newly company is created, after completion of the company creation, immediately it will go to the F11 features. If the company is already existing, we have to press F11, then go to the F11 features. So all the features are just like purchases. So maintain accounts, bill wise entry, inventory, everything. And here TDS, this is goods. That's why TDS is, GST is there. So we have to enable the GST. So everything is the same, giving the GST number and everything is the same. And this we will take no. Okay. Like this we will do. So company is created and GST feature is enabled. In addition to that, now for this purpose, we have to enable TDS also, tax deducted at source. We have to enable the tax deducted at source. We have to make it yes. And in this case, we have to, just like other TDS provisions, we have to give for even for TCS also. For TCS or TDS, for anything, we require the person making the calculation and deducting or collecting. We require the TAN number. We require the TAN number, means tax deduction and collection. TCS TAN collection, TDS deduction. So for both, the same card is number is available, number is necessary. So registration number, it will be like that. And then this is the TAN number we have to enter. So just a little different from PAN card. Is here only 4 alphabets, 5 digits, 5 numbers, and 1 alphabet. In the case of PAN card, 5 alphabets, 4 numbers, and 1 alphabet. Here, 4 alphabets and 5 numbers and 1 alphabet. And after that, see, sometimes here we have to give the deductor. We are the deductor. That's buyer is the deductor. The deductor type, company or firm or company or individual, all these details we have to give. But here it is showing a little, sometimes it will show only 2. In such case, if you want to see the total list, go to F12, see the last one, the first one, show all deductor types, all the types you have to show. So in this case, if you come to that, so total list will be there. So firm means you can take firm. Now I am taking as, because our number in our PAN card, the 4th digit is P. So individual or proprietor or person. So you calculate that. And then branch or transaction, branch or division of this, our company, Hyderabad you take. And here we have to get the details of the person who is responsible for collecting and paying to the government, deducting and paying to the government. So we have to give the accountant or whatever it may be. Total details we will give and we will save it. And the next one, we come here, rates and exemption. Ignore IT exemption limit for TDS, IT exemption limit for TDS deduction. In this case, even if you give yes or no, so this is not a, it is not as what you call threshold limit, it is exemption limit, but in the case of deduction, it will see whether the limit is crossed or not. If it is crossed, it will calculate on the total amount, but it will not exempt any amount. That is why the TDS provisions will not exempt any amount. So we cannot give exemption. So for that exemption, we have to give the exemption manually. So what is the total value? And that what is the exempted value? Remove that, and balance only we have to enter. We have to make the changes. That is why we voluntarily we have to make the changes. That is why give it no problem. Even if you give yes or no. Okay, I will tell you. Remember here, if you give yes in some other place, what to do? If you give no here, some other place, what to do? Okay, so like that, just accept, Control A. So F11 features completed, and then there is one nature of transactions. That is in the case of other TDS, nature of payment is there. Payment to contractor, payment of professional tax, professional charge fees, like that. Here also payment of transaction. The payment of nature of transaction or nature of payment is TDS or payment for purchases. We can call it as TDS on purchases. That we have to create. So go to create button and then go to statutory master. It is a master. Statutory master is not ledger. So TDS nature of payments. So we have to create like this. I already created. So we will go to alter. We'll go to alter. Come here. So this is TDS nature of payment. The nature of payment here will come here. This is called as TDS on purchase of goods. TDS on, that is the nature. TDS on purchase of goods, section 194Q. That we have to create. And then section is 190. Is something wrong here. 194Q. 194Q is the section, and payment code is 94Q. I already told you 94C, 94J, like that. Remittance code is 200, and here so the rate except payment to contractor and the payment of insurance commission, the rate is for same for individuals or other types, but only for those two rates are different. So here for individual with PAN 0.1%, and the same rate is applicable for other deductive types also with PAN 10.1%. Without PAN it is 5%. In the case of others it is 20. Here in this case without PAN the rate is 5%, but it's not shown here. To show that, go to F12, go to the last one, allow tax rate without PAN. So here if you put that, so it will show the without PAN. Without PAN is 5% for all the types of deductees. So everyone 5. And then here threshold or exempt limit. Even though we gave it no, here we have to give the limit. So it will ignore, but we have to give the limit. 50 lakhs is the limit. So we have to give 50 lakhs. And this can be seen here also. See, go to more details, that is Control I. If you get Control I, it will show the TDS history. In this case, applicable from, we started from April 23, and section, payment code, remittance code, and all this will be we have not taken there. Okay, all these details also can be shown in this table. I will show you that. And then individuals with PAN, without PAN, other deductees with PAN, without PAN. Here related, no. And then exemption limit, this one. So like this you have to calculate. Here also we can show all the details. If you press F1, F12, see here, you see all these single rated, yes, and transport category, yes, software royalty, yes. If you make yes to all the things, all the details will be there. So, but we don't want all these things. That is why we make no for all. But the last one is required without PAN. So that only we will take. So like this, we will save it. So F11 features, then TDS nature of payment. That we have completed. After that, we have to give the ledgers, supplier ledger, purchase ledger, stock ledger, then tax. There are two types of taxes. That is GST, one type of tax. Another tax is TDS. That is also tax. So these two we have to create, and in every ledger except stock, we have to give the nature of the transaction also. That nature of transaction which we created, nature of payment, that can be created during the entry also. I will tell you how. Now we will go to this one. Now we will go to, so we completed nature of payment, we completed, and the affluent features we completed. Now we will go to, I already created, so I'm not creating to, if you go to ledger, you have to create. I already created, that's why I'm going to alter. In the alter, if you go to ledger, and before that you can go to stock item also. So stock item we can create, stock item. What is the stock item? For example, I'm taking item A. Item A, B I created. For example, item A or item, whatever it may be. Item A, I'm taking item A. Then if you want to the group, we can create the group here. So here like this, we can create the group. We can create the group, and then numbers, that is units you have to create, number or whatever it may be, pieces that may be created, numbers. Then here GST applicable, yes applicable. Set alter GST details, yes, you have to give the description, give the number, and then come here. Then taxability, taxable rate 18%. This will give from 1st April it is applicable. Okay, like this. Here for the stock item, it will not ask anything about the nature or about the TDS. Okay, for stock it will not ask you. Okay, so stock item we created. So nature of transaction, stock item. Now all the ledgers we have to create. First we have to create supplier ledger. So here we have a problem. We'll take up that problem. We take up that problem. In that problem, the supplier is first one purchased from this. We purchased, there are 2 invoices. We purchased from Sumitra, and here Sumitra and Co. And here that is the registration number. So now we are creating Sumitra and Co. and company. I already created Sumitra and company. Then Sunday creditors, bill-wise details, yes. And here is TDS deductible? It will be no. It will be no. So we have to make it as yes. Deductible, yes. If we give it yes, we have to select the deductive type. So deductive type means here in this problem, here deductive. So this is the card. In this, the 4th digit is P. P means person or proprietor. So it is a personal. So individual or HF. And then here you be careful. It will ask you deductive TCS in the same voucher. Yes, giving. So it will ask you the nature of the transaction. Okay, but it will ask you only when. It will ask you only when. So there is another option to be activated. That is here in the TDS details. Allow advanced entries. You make it yes. If you make it no, here. So the advanced entries in amount it not there. In the deduction, the same deduction, it will not ask you the nature of transaction. That is why for that purpose, in the F12, we had to, in the TDS details, we have to make it yes. If you make it yes, so it will ask you the details and yes. And then come down to it. Sorry, come down. So here also just you see there in the, I told you, in the FLM features, ignore exemption limit, income tax, we gave no. Here also it should be no. How you will take here? You make it yes and come here. See here. Ignore surcharge. Yes means ignore. We will take it no because there we have no. And here ignore applicable means ignore. Isn't it? We are given no, so not applicable. That means not ignoring. So we will give that, and then we will go, and this will disappear, and this one become no after accepting this. And then definitely we have to give the PAN card number. If you don't give PAN card number, it will deduct 5%. So here, what is the PAN card number? So you copy this, just you put paste the same thing, go to the end, remove 3 digits, and then come to the beginning, remove 2 digits. It will be the PAN card. If there is already on here, you have to paste the GST number. Okay. If the GST number is not there, you will collect it, take it as unregistered, and here you have to enter manually the PAN card number. Okay. But we are doing business above 50 lakhs means definitely they will be registered. They have to register. So they will be registered only. There will be no unregistered. Okay. So company, we created the party ledger. Then we have to create the purchase ledger. So party ledger, then purchase ledger, stock item we created. Of purchase ledger, party, purchase, then stock I created already, then tax ledgers. So party in the case, see purchases, purchase ledger, purchase account, and then the values are affected, it will be yes only. So here it will be also, it will be no, it will be no. So here applicable, yes applicable, this is GST applicable, and we won't give the rate here, we give the rate in stock item. It is services, we have to select goods, and then this also will be no. See here, is TDS applicable? Yes applicable, we have to take applicable. TDS is applicable. If it is given, then it will ask you the nature of payment. That's called TDS on purchase of goods. Okay, so this all. And then we have to create the taxes, GST and TDS. So for GST, so CGST, under duties and taxes, there will be GST and TDS. Now we are taking GST. So GST, central tax. But in this case, TDS on sale or purchase of goods, tax is to be, the TDS is calculated only on the taxable value. It is not calculated and not deducted in the GST ledgers. GST we are not deducting. That is why is TDS applicable? Not applicable. That is for the CGST. And then similarly, IGST, if there is IGST is other states. So here also, so duties and taxes, GST, integrated tax, not applicable. That's all. Then SGST. SGST also here, duties and taxes, GST, and then state tax, here not applicable. So tax ledgers are created. And then another ledger is TDS ledger. So TDS ledger means GST, collecting and paying to government. So we are created. Similarly, TDS also, we are deducting from the party, deducting and paying to the government. So it is called as TDS payable to the government. So we can give it as TDS payable on purchases. We can take it like that, but both will be same. Like so, just a little change. TDS payable to government, payable within brackets one purchases, or you can do GST payable dash 194Q. In the case of other TDS, TDS payable 94J, 94C, like that you can give. Here you have to give 94Q, or you can give TDS payable purchases. So it is also comes under duties and taxes, collecting and paying to government. Whatever is collected and paid to government, it comes under duties and taxes. GST has come, and this also. And here you have to select. Previously we selected GST. Now we will select TDS. And here the nature of payment is TDS on purchase of goods. So like this, we have created all the ledgers and activated in all the ledgers. We have activated this. Now we will go to and we will take the problem. Okay, we'll take one problem here. Now we'll go to problem. So now we have to go to voucher. And what is the date? Date is 1/4, first invoice number 1/4. We have to go to, we are purchasing. That is why go to purchases and date is 1/4. Okay. And invoice number is, see, invoice number 01. Okay. And now here we have to take the name of the party, Sumitra and Company. So Sumitra and Company we have to select. After giving the Sumitra and Company, but actually here after that purchase ledger will be shown. This is called as common ledger because purchases we can create many accounts in different names. Purchase 18%, purchase 12%, or purchase interstate, purchase intrastate. Like this we can create any number of accounts. All these come under purchase ledger. Okay, that's why this is called as common ledger. But if you give the common ledger, if you take it here inside this box, that is in the, after this entering the stock items and all these things, the tax TDS will not be calculated. It will not be calculated. That is why it should not be taken. Okay, that is why it should be no. Go to F12 and see, select common ledger account. So you make it as no. Make it as no, then it will not be shown. Then go to the company, Sumitra and Company, accept. Now what you purchase, you see, from Sumitra and Company, invoice item A, one number. So item A, we already selected, already created everything, one number. So the amount is 63,55,000, 63,50,950. That is the rate. So whatever it may be, not one number, there may be many numbers. Whatever rate is given, it will calculate the total amount. And here you see, it is asking, here common ledger is not taken. So if you take the common ledger, here it will not ask. If it is not, if it is given there, not given there, that's why it is asking here. Since it is asking here, then after this, it will ask you what is the amount to calculate, what is the amount to calculate the TDS. So on this amount, see, on this amount you calculate GST. Okay. But what is the amount to calculate? I mean, to calculate the, on which we calculate the GST, I mean, TDS. For that purpose, we are taking here. So in the next step, it will ask you. So to make it ask that done, go to F12. See here, that one plus whether the sales purchases from interstate or intrastate for both the purposes. So go to the F12, GST details, modify tax rate details. So make it yes, and then come down to modify GST rate, GST details for TDS. That also make yes. Okay, if you make yes, so here it will ask you the purchases, and then it will ask you the nature of, I mean, for the calculation of TDS, it will ask you the what is the amount that is called as, that is the amount on which TDS is calculated. It is also taxable value, but here this is taxable value for calculating GST. That is also taxable value for calculating TDS, but both will be the same name. There will be confusion. That's why this is called as taxable value. That amount is called assessable value. It will ask you the nature of transaction, nature of payment, and assessable value. See here. First it will ask you TDS nature of payment, TDS on purchase of sale, and the same amount. It is asking the this. But here, you see, out of this, 50 lakhs is exempted. 63, 55, 950. In this, 50 lakhs is exempted. So above that only we have to deduct. So we have to make the deduction on 13 lakhs 55,950 only. That is the assessable. On this only we have to calculate. So we have to give here this amount. So how can we here? What we can do? This is simply we can go to Alt C, calculator will open. So here 63, 55, 950. 63 lakhs 55,950 minus 50 lakhs. Minus 50 lakhs if we take, automatically you take the balance. Go back and come. See here, 13 lakhs 55,950. So 63 minus 50 is 13. That we can do, or we can do in a similar, in another way, 63, 55, 950. So here, after this, it will show the total amount. Here itself directly we can manually, we can do that. Manually, we can do that. How we can do? So 63 lakhs means 50 minus means 13 lakhs 55,000. The first digit, if you make it to 1, so 50 will be gone. So to make it 1, if you type 1, all the figures will go. We have to type the total figure. That is why go to the next word, arrow, with the right arrow, go to the next digit and again come back. And come back, make it 1. So everything will be there. So 13 lakhs 55,950, that is 63 lakhs 55,950 minus 50 lakhs. So it will be that. So that is the and taxable amount means this is the amount it is showing. This is the purchases means purchase taxable means local. So local or local, this is indicating. So TDS, the first one. The second one is local or interstate or intrastate. And here the taxable amount it is showing. This also here how we got is override the classification or nature. Override the classification or nature. It is given. If it is not given, so here it will show it will show in the brackets taxable amount. See here we have to give the tax classification, and means what we have to give that sales, I mean purchases taxable. That one. That is why if it is given yes, it will be good. In that case, this is purchase taxable, it will take automatically. Taxable amount also it is showing. We don't change anything because on that we have to calculate that GST. So just accept. Then come to CGST. Okay. Then SGST. Okay. And now this is over. Now we have to deduct the tax. For that we created already. So DTS payable. How much you have to deduct now? How much? So we have to deduct on. So 13 lakhs 55,000 is the assessable value. On this 0.1%, we have to deduct. So the amount is 1,355.95. So it will automatically round off. So add 0.5. It will be 1,356 rupees will be this. So here in the next line, we have to collect the tax. We have to deduct the tax. So that we can show here, or without deducting in the same voucher. We gave yes, okay, no problem. But deducting the same voucher, yes, we gave. So even then, here we need not deduct the tax. Without deducting, we can deduct in a separate voucher. If you deduct, see in this problem, we will deduct here. In the next invoice, we will not deduct, we will deduct in separate voucher. So here we go. So TDS payable on purchases. So what's happening? Not goods. Sumitra and Co. Oh, yeah. So the thing is here in F11 features, we gave no. F11 features here we have given no. So much I forgot. So it give yes here. Give yes here. And also in the party ledger, it is asking here. Okay, it is asking here. And then here, make it yes, and go here. Yes, you give. Not so, sorry. Not, we should not give no. We have to give yes here. Because you see, we are giving the taxable value, that is assessable value on which the TDS is to be calculated. We are giving manually. That is why we are asking the system, forget that, we will give. Forget that, we will give. So forget this. And also, here you have to give access, applicable. Again, it will ask you that. And then you accept this. Okay. Like that, both the places we have to give yes, because we are asking that the system to forget it. Forget, yes, ignore yes. We are giving and we are giving that. That is why we have to ignore yes and come here. See here, see. So we have to give yes. So 1,356 rupees, it is calculated. So automatically, okay. So in the F11 features, that is in the, TDS features, we have to give, ignore that one, yes. Because if you don't give that, it will calculate. But in this provision, 94Q, we have to give exemption and calculate the excess amount. That is why that will be, we are asking that system to forget, ignore that. And we are making changes. That is why we have to give yes in both the places. Okay. Now, so we created this one, that one. And here we are creating in this, deducting, it will show the total amount. And again, it will show total amount credit. And again, it will show the, come to the end, TDS we can write. TDS, it is showing the TDS separately. So net amount is not showing. So here, that assessable value, 63 lakhs something, that we change it to 13 lakhs. That is why it's asking tax details are modified. We have to, don't accept that. If we accept that with complex, in the returns, it will show error. That is uncertain transaction. So override, accept without this one. You click this one or click 0. That is click O. Okay. Now we go and see DAL. Go to party ledger. It will show both amounts. It will show here. It will show the net, sorry. It will show the net amount it is showing. It is deducted. So net amount it is showing. If you enter in, if you deduct this in a separate voucher, total amount it will show here and deduct amount it will show on the debit side. Credit, debit both. Here net amount it is showing. And then go to this one, tax payable, it will show the tax. And now if you go to balance sheet, we deducted the amount. So in the balance sheet, see here, go to F, duties and taxes, it will show the GST. GST is, this is the GST amount. So it is showing GST we paid. So that will be get returned by the government. We will get back ITC. So that's why it's a debit balance. And this is payable to government. So this is shown on the liability side, credit side. Okay. Now, in this case, the limit is crossed. That's all. And the excess amount we calculated. From here onwards, till the end of the year, on every invoice, we calculate that we deduct the TDS on the total taxable value. Suppose if the next invoice is 25 lakhs, on 25 lakhs we calculate. Another one 40 lakhs. We calculate on the 40 lakhs. No exemption. Only first time, not only 1, 2, 3 bills outwards. First bill is 20 lakhs. We won't deduct. Then another bill is 20 lakhs. We won't deduct. Another bill is 20 lakhs. So total will be 60. So limit 50. So the limit 50 and excess 10 only we calculate on the third bill. Like that till we reach the 50 lakhs, we won't deduct. After reaching 50 lakhs on the excess amount, we deduct. And then till the end of the year, we deduct on every bill. So another one is there. The same thing, same party, purchase from the same party on 2nd April. So here now, again go to voucher. In this, so 1 minute, sorry. Now I'll show you here. Display more reports, will go to TDS report. Display more reports, statutory reports, it will show GST reports. But here there is TDS also. That's why it's showing statutory reports. So GST reports and TDS report. Go to DDS and go to, just like other provisions, 26Q is the return. Go to that return. See here, 13,55,000 is the amount, and the amount is deductible and deducted. Deductible, deducted in the same voucher. Deductible and deducted, it is payable to government. It is showing. Okay. Next invoice, we'll go to next invoice in the same month. So here, next one is number 5. Date is 2/4. So next one is 2/4. Number is 05. The party is the same. Sumitra and company. And here item number B. There may be different goods. Item number B, it is also created already. Item number B, one number, and amount is 26 lakhs 25,350. 26 lakhs 25,350. So that is the amount. Here, this is the amount, and here the assessable value is, what is the assessable value? Already exemption crossed. So on the total amount, we have to calculate the TDS, isn't it? That's why we will not make any changes. So you will make it. Okay. Now, this is the total, that taxable value. Then CGST and SGST. Okay. But here, what is the amount to be deducted? See here, that is exceeded 50 lakhs, and the X amount we calculated. So, but is on the total amount 20 lakhs, 26 lakhs, 25,350. On this total amount, we had to calculate 0.1%. We had to calculate 0.1%. So 2 lakhs, 35, remove that. It will round off. The amount will be 2,625 rupees. That is the amount to be calculated. Suppose if there is no PAN card, in the last one, 13,55,950 also 5% will be deducted. So that will deduct 5%, 67,000, 5%, not 0.1, 5%, 67,970, 797.50 means 978 will be deducted. But here 26 lakhs 25,350. Here also 5% means, so sorry, 26 lakhs 25,350 into 5% will be 1 lakh 30 on 25, 5% means 1,31,267 will be deducted. But here it is only 1% for us now, 0.1%. 350, 20, 26, 25, 350 into 0.1% will be, I told you already. So 2,625, it is to be deducted. So in the previous example, invoice, we deducted the same voucher. But now, how it shown in the balance sheet as well, how it showed in the, what you call, in the party account, and also in the reports, how it showed. Now we will not deduct here. We will deduct separately. If you want to deduct separately, how you have to deduct? Here is in your reference. It is showing you the actual amount. No debit it is showing because not deducted. So here, in this case, how it will show? So here, in the balance sheet, there will be no, the balance sheet, here you go. You see here, only the 1,356, the first one, it is there. Now it is not deducted. It will show like this. And if you go to more reports, that is statutory reports, and then TDS reports, here it will show, here. You see, total amount is, you see, first one is 13 lakhs 55,950. Second one is now 26 lakhs 25,350. Total is 39 lakhs 81,300 rupees is the amount. In excess of 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs is one. And here, so the total amount is 3,981. That is 3,981. 39 lakhs 81,300 into 0.1% will be, see here, 3,981. But in this 3,981 is deductible. But in one invoice, we deduct 1,356 deducted. The other one, I told you already, 2,625. It is not deducted. So this is deducted. This is not deducted. So for this purpose, how it is That is on 2nd April. We can deduct, see, we can deduct in a separate voucher. That also we can do here. See, deducts tax deduction. If you do that, 2nd April is the bill. 2nd April, Sumitra Enterprises, NCO, TDS nature of goods, and ledger, tax ledger is TDS payable. If you do that, so it is deducting. Same thing it will do. See here, this one, 26 lakhs, and that is 0.1% is 2,625. So we can do from here itself, we can deduct. Okay, we can deduct from here itself. Okay, or so this we can do this, or we can do in another way. So direct, just go to vouchers, go to journal, date is 2nd April. And here you should not make it out manually. Go to autofill. Either in the return, that TDS deduction, that is Alt J. We can go there. But if you go to the journal directly, you have to go to Control F autofill, TDS deduction, the same thing. Second, party, Sumitra, nature, duty ledger, everything is the same thing here. So from there also the same thing here also, but it is to be done through automatically. There TDS deduction, or in this journal, if you go directly, autofill. So like this we can. So now here you see, against the which bill? Against the that bill, 30,97,000 against that. So if you do separately like this, so here DAL, so to Sumitra and Co. See, Sumitra and Co. See here. The first one, net amount shown. The second amount, so that is the total amount and deduction this side. Credit, debit, it is showing. Okay. If you deduct in the same voucher, this will be deducted, net amount will be shown. And if you go to this now, go to display more reports and statute reports and TDS report, 26K. You see here, it is deducted now. So totally it is deductible, deducted. So that is to be paid to the government. And now, see, this is our education version. That is why. So we can make payment from here itself. We can make payment from here itself. See, Alt yes, it is called as, it's not working. Alt yes. Alt yes, if you do, this is called statutory payment. Here you can make payment. See, TDS and 1st April to 30 April it will not take. 2nd April, 2 items are there. 1st and 2nd April, and we deducted up to 2nd April 20. We have to give 23 there. Otherwise, it will take, if you give 24, it will take 20. Now taking, actually it will take 24. So section, this one, and company, non-company, take all items, and then non-resident or resident, you can take resident or anything. We have to pay through bank only. So from here we can make, but if you make payment here, since this is education version, the date will be 2nd April only. 2nd April only. Okay. So here, from the return, if you go start payment, so the bill, last bill is, last invoice is 2nd. It will take 2nd April only. It will take. It will not take, because for this month, we have to pay in the next month. That is in the month of May. That is why it will not take. That is why what can we do? We can do is go out and go to vouchers, and the payment you go to payment. Now we can take 1st May. So next month you have to pay. And here we make this also to be automatically have to do either deducting in another voucher or payment, everything. We can make it in the, from the report, from the return we can do, or from the payment voucher also we can do, because it is in education version, the dates will be a problem. Here go to automatically, you have to go autofill, start payment, TDS. So 1st April to 2nd April. And here 2nd April, here it will take 24. So be careful. 2nd April 23. And then section, this one, and all, company, non-company, resident, and bank. Through bank we are paying. Okay. So you will give 258, for example, I am giving. So amount is paid. Say there are two on 1st April and 2nd April. So both are shown. Okay. We paid both. So totally during April, whatever is collected, all there are suppose 5 deductions, all the 5 will be shown. Total amount will be paid to the bank, paid through bank. Now go and see the reports. See here, we already paid the amount. Since still we paid the amount, it is not showing as paid. It is showing balance payable. If you paid through this amount, through this stat payment, if you paid through that, in the case of what you call license version, automatically it will take not April, This is the month of April. So it will show directly the date it will take. It will take the date May. May date it will take. That is why there will be no problem. Automatically it will go to the amount paid. But here, ours is education version. The transaction which we paid, it shows in the uncertain transactions because we paid the amount, but the challan details, these details are to be reconciled. That they are to, the details should be given in the here. In this one, if you go to statements, challan reconciliation, from here we cannot go because it will not move. Okay, that we have to do. So that is to be done from this one. So here, uncertain transaction, click that, and then if it is licensed version, directly you can do. No, it will not go to uncertain transaction. Go here, and now you can give 1st April, 2nd April, and resident, check number 258258, check date 15. Then BSR code, the bank will give you, there will be 7 numbers. Okay, and challan number, there will be 5 or 6 numbers. Then challan date 15. That's okay. And then give bank name, then we'll give the branch KP. See now, this is completed. Okay, now you see, so bills pay, balance payable, not showing anything. Total paid. It is showing as paid, and this uncertain transaction has gone, included in the bill, in the return. So that uncertain transaction is rectified. Like this, we have to make this one. And then how to make the payment? When you are making the payment, so I will show you. Before accepting the payment, see, in the State Bank we paid now. So this is the, through autofill, we made the entry. Before, it will show all the details, and before accepting this, see, it will show all the details, and before accepting this, you have to go to print. Before accepting, Control P. If you go to print page will come. So we have to get now challan now, TDS challan. So configure the second one, you see, print as TDS challan, it should be yes. If it is no, it will not print. So just enter, we cannot type. Enter, it will become yes, and accept. And then go to preview, then Alt Z or F4, that is the zoom. So TDS challan, all the 281 challan number, non-company SCCT is taking, and assessment here, all the details are given. Since we have given the GST, check number and accepted the entry, it is showing a check number also. And here you see, type of payment means payment code. I told you 94Q, 3 numbers, 94Q, and payment code, then what you call remittance code. This is remittance code paid by the taxpayer. Remittance code is 200. If you pay on the basis of notice, then we have to take it as 400 we have to take. Okay. So like this, you have to take the printout of this. Then the person paying the amount in the bank, then he has to sign that and make the payment in the bank. So this is the counter file the bank will give to us. They will make a stamp here. They will affix the stamp here. In the seal, they will give the BSR code. Every bank will have a bank number, code number. So BSR code, challan number, date, everything will be there. So by seeing this, with the help of this, we have to reconcile. That is challan reconciliation. The challan details we have to give. Then it will accept. Okay, this is how we have to make the payment. Okay, so this is with the regarding the TDS on purchase of goods. TDS on purchase of goods. So with this, our topic is complete. And then one more thing is, see here, there are some more problems. This is problem number 1, 2 invoices. And problem number 2, again 2. Problem number 3, again 2. Problem number 4, only 1. So you try all this. See here, this is number 2. Stop the video and work out. And this is number 3. So this, stop the video and work this. Practice this. This is number 4. You do all these things. But in problem number 2, you will get a problem. Problem number 2, because in the TDS, it will not exempt the exemption limit. So all these cases, the first bill itself crossed. So the excess amount we are calculating, next bill fully calculate the TDS. But here, the first bill does not increase, does not cross the limit. So in the second bill, so the total cross bill, we have to take total amount, first bill and second bill. And in the second bill, deduct 50 lakhs and X amount we will calculate, isn't it? But in the everything okay. But in the first bill, we should not make any changes. That is accessible value, accept as it is. And then second bill, make the accessible value make the deduction. That is the first bill and the second bill out of the total, minus 50 lakhs, the balance you take as the assessable value. It will calculate everything. But in the reports, the amount of the 50 lakhs we exempted, for that also it will show still at the last column, balance payable, it will show as payable on that amount also. That is the thing the TDS has to make, the tally has to make correction. And also, since ours is a education version, say there are some problems available. All other things are okay. Okay. So with this, I don't think you get it, isn't it? Sorry. So these problems, these problems you did not see. One problem number 2, then problem number 3, then problem number 4. You make it. In the problem number 2, you'll get a problem. You make it. First will don't change anything. Just go on taking, because the value, the assessable level will not increase, will not be more than 50. That is why just accept as it is. And the second will take the first bill and second bill total, and in that minus 50 lakhs and take the, try this problem. And 3 and 4 are okay. Okay, do this. With this, I close this session today. And I hope you practice very well and you will become good knowledge and expert accountants. Will become expert accountants. Okay. So that is the end of this one. And I believe you get good knowledge and wish you all the best. Bye. We will meet in the next video. Bye.